Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Well, we are showing you how you can take the stress out of moving. To help from start to finish, we have Erica Peak from OCD Home Solutions. Erica, I have been needing to get in touch with you, not just for the moving part, but the organization, the decluttering.
Yes.
You are a wizard when it comes to all of those things.
Yes, I just think that people don't realize how much stuff we gather in a lifetime, right? And if you don't let it go, it just starts filling up. It doesn't matter who you are. You just gather from high school, from moving out of your parents' house,
so true.
to your husband coming to your house, then your kids, and your parents giving you stuff. And if you just don't take an honest assessment of your home, it just becomes too much.
So obviously this is something that we know we can come to you for, but the reason that I really wanted to talk to you today, you have a service called concierge moving.
Yes.
And for anyone who has ever moved, you know it can be stressful. Sometimes people will literally prolong doing that because they don't want to go through it. Is it really?
That's what they say. There's statistics that say that.
My husband has said something similar, so I do believe that.
Yes.
So when you talk about this concept, what exactly is it that you do?
So that was why I got into it, because I realized we were just doing packing and unpacking at first, but I realized like the emotions and the stress that goes in with moving, and a lot of moving companies, they just focus on the boxes, right? Not the why, where you need to go, why you're going to Florida, what's happening, do your kids need to go to school, do you need to go to work tomorrow? And so we just took the pressure out of it, so it's just an easy transition. So you literally go from your home, and we move you, you set up, and you live there. So you can just go about your life, so it's not stressful.
Oh, that is so nice. And you know, we're taking a look at some of the pictures right now. I was kind of viewing your Instagram the other day, and I noticed you're servicing clients not just here in Northeast Ohio, but all over the country too.
Yeah, so last year alone, we moved families to Colorado, Texas, Florida, Columbus, so we move them all over, and we do point A to point B.
Okay.
So there's no transfers, no drop zones. The same movers that move you here, we meet you at your new place and fully set up your home, because we want to learn your style, right? You don't want your new home set up completely different than how you live. So we really focus on like how your drawers are set up, how your closets, how your family functions, and then we recreate that so you can just easily start life.
You know, the moving process comes with a lot of, I'll call it baggage, because there's emotional attachment to not only the home, but also the items within the home. So to be able to bring you and your team in to kind of assess, to go over everything, to pack, and then the unpacking part too.
Pre-purge them too, because people
you do that
move,
as well.
You don't want to move with stuff you don't want.
Yeah.
Not only are you paying financially for that to go on a truck, you're paying emotionally when you have to unbox it again and figure out a place for something you still don't want. Right?
So what does this process look like then? If someone knows that they have a move coming up, do they just call you? Do they schedule it?
So they schedule a consultation. We come home, walk the home, kind of get like where you're going, your timeline, what's your situation. For like seniors, they haven't moved in 40 years. Right? So they're scared. So we talk to them about how the process is, getting ready, purging, so that when they downsize to that 2-bedroom condo, they don't have an 8-bedroom house worth full of stuff. So like we walk them through the process, we make it easier, and same with families. You don't want to take everything. If you live here and you're moving to Florida, it's not going to be the same vibe. Like, dark furniture doesn't work in Florida.
No, you're right. And you know, you talk about that purging process too. I have a family member who's very attached to some of the things in her home. She wants to move, but going through that process is hard, and you almost hit a roadblock at times. So this is where you and your team can come in.
Right? They can work with you. Girl, do you really need that? Like, come on, is that going to look, you know you're going to go out shopping.
All right, so I know you're going to help with the moving, but you can also help with like closet purging, kitchen utensil purging, all of that.
We lay it all out. Let's look at it.
See, this is where I need you to come in, because everything that I've heard, anyone who's used OCD Home Solutions before, it is literally life-changing.
It does change your life, and that's just not a cliche. Like, I see women, when I meet them, they're tense, they're stressed, they're tight, and then when we're done, they're like, you know what I mean? They fall in love with their space again.
You're like, I could move again.
Yes, like I love this. Now, I have families laughing while we're moving, and that's something that makes me feel good. Like they're giggling in the living room, not stressed out.
You literally take the stress out. And I do want to bring in your team, because you are female owned.
You have all female operated.
All female operated team. Who are the people that we have coming in here?
So this is Marciana, Donna, Shelly, and Sarah, and we have a couple more team members that couldn't make it today. So the same ladies that pack you, we're the same ladies that arrive at your new destination and unpack you and set you up. Of course, we have men carrying the big furniture.
Of course. But I feel like these ladies could do that if they needed to,
I tried it when I first started.
You want to get something for the guys to do, right? All right, so the best way then is to go to OCDHomesolutions.com. And I want to say OCD stands for organize, clean, and declutter.
Amen.
Right? So if you have a move that is coming up in the near future, or maybe you just need a little bit of help, like the girlfriend that says you don't really need 10 pairs of jeans, she is your solution. Thank you all so much. It's nice.